WoW Classic Season of Discovery. A new game mode made for the Classic community to engage them in more seasonal content during the year, but this time with a slight twist. This new game mode includes new abilities from different times in WoW's history, along with new raid content from the bones of old dungeons that present a new but not too difficult challenge for those seasoned players. So, what will we find in this new version of Azeroth? Well, that's what I plan to find out. Hey everybody, my name's Farelina, so come along with me as we enter our favorite old world once again, explore the Season of Discovery. First things first, before we even head into the world, we have to choose between the Honorable Alliance and the Mighty Horde. And because I'm a basic white girl at heart, I always choose the Alliance, and what better to be on the Alliance than a female Night Elf Warrior. And now that we've made our character, it's time to head into the game. Once in game, I set off to talk to our first quest giver, Ilthalane. Our objective is to go out with our fellow fledgling adventurers and decimate the local wildlife for some sick new gear. With all haste, I made out to the forest, started slaughtering every single boar and cat that I could possibly come across, and then returned to Ilthalane victorious, picking up our new gloves. Next, I was given two new quests. One was to speak to our warrior sensei in the big tree fort the Night Elves call home, and the other to murder even more animals, which seemed quick to me seeing as I just came back from murdering half the animal population to the right of me spawning in. So once again, I set out and reported to Alicia, Alyssa, whatever, her name's Warrior Mommy from now on. So I went to Warrior Mommy and she was proud that I could navigate the tree to find her. So Warrior Mommy told me about the nifty new runes in the Season of Discovery, and that the first one would let me learn an ability that heals me every time I stomp a fool like a true dominatrix after I kill a bunch of spiders in a cave to the north. On my way out, I stopped by this Staghelm nerd who told me there was a dryad who needed to talk to me in the woods. So, I spoke with her, and the rundown was some fool Grell and Grelkin had moved into the area, selling their whack-ass fell moss that was sending people to the nearest medic to have their stomachs pumped. Her proposition was we needed to establish dominance over the competition. In exchange, we'd get our choice of new Jordans, some Versace gloves, or our own Louis Vuitton pants. So, I proceeded into the woods with all due haste and began to indiscriminately slaughter those little shits. Then, as any good citizen would do, I picked their leftover product up from their dead bodies so no kids running around would come pick it up and use it. While still out and about, fresh off my gang war victory, I went to that cave Warrior Mommy described in the north to murder all the spiders. Once again, I began genocide upon the woodland creatures of this area in the name of sweet, sweet rewards. I also finished up that quest the confused druid gave me, saying that killing all the woodland creatures was part of saving the ecology in the area, but what do I know? I don't study anything about the environment. So, after a long time of killing things in the forest, I proceeded to go back to Warrior Mommy, and for my heroic deeds I was given new gloves, and also learned some more abilities to further my quest of slaughter. I went back to Ilthalane to get my new rewards for killing all the woodland creatures once again, and then returned back to the Dryad Turf Boss and grabbed my new Louis Vuitton pants. Then went on my way to find more people to please with my incredible acts of violence. Cue the next quest giver I find, who seems to have a hard-on for spider sex, and needs you to collect 10 of them for his sick, twisted fetish. I'm not one to judge harshly, and I get a new sword out of the deal, so I accept. I also ran across this strange lady with a boiling pot who asked me to find a friend of hers. Apparently, just like the last guy, he seems to have a thing for spiders. So, while on my way to kill the arachnids, I spotted him off to the side, coming down from what seems like a bad trip. He told us the lady who sent us knows what to do to get him fixed up, and when I get back, she has a proposition for us.
Wanna cook?
She asked me to get the ingredients for what seems to be the best ayahuasca this side of the Hyjal Mountains, so I oblige her. We get some dank moonflower she needs, gather some spider ichor that makes that shit super viscous, then we go ahead and kill off the rest of the spiders and gather their sacks for our strange friend back at the tree. Now our final ingredient is the magic mushrooms lying around everywhere. Now that we've gathered the magic sauce to make a concoction that a certain NFL QB would be proud of, we head back to our local dealer and give her the ingredients and let her go to work. The good news, our ayahuasca is ready to go. Bad news is that we only have 5 minutes before this juice of Farsight loses all potency. so we're gonna have to make a rush delivery. After arriving to our friend in under 5 minutes to give him his magical juice, he gives us his shirt as thanks, and we gain another level after making our first drug deal. We now return to our Venom Sack guy, who's pleased with our results, but he's craving some more. He asks us to go back into the cave and get some spider eggs so he can start his own farm, and then never have to go back into the cave for more again. Naturally, we accept because of loot, and make sure those goddamn spiders know who's boss. With eggs in hand, we make our way back to our weirdo friend, who's delighted with his delivery. Turning in the eggs gets us a new shield for our adventuring journey and we're one step closer in our quest. Before we leave, he tells me our deeds haven't gone unnoticed, and the boss man who runs our tree fort operations wants to speak with us at the top to get to know what we're all about. After reaching him, he says that we need to collect the magical lean over in the moonwell in the backyard. So in the interest of people pleasing, we prove ourselves the good soldier and head down. After making our way down there, we take a quick bath in the moonwell to wash off all the blood and venom that we've been collecting ever since we started slaughtering the nearby inhabitants. Then we jump our way back to the top of the tree after taking our refreshing bath. With magical lean in hand, we turn it in and are given the next steps in our adventure. The boss tells us we need to head down the road to handle business in the town of Dalinar, and that we'll need to deliver this bottle of moonlean to a friend in town. With that, our journey continues again next time. Hey everyone, thanks again for watching. I'll be online streaming more of my Season of Discovery journey over the next couple weeks, and you can catch me over at Twitch, at twitch.tv/Farelin, as well as here on YouTube. Please hit that like and subscribe button for more content in the future, and I'll see you around.